LR Elizabeth is one of the best PvE characters in the game, so let's use her against every demonic beast. Except on this video, I am not going to be going up against the snake because I've already done that for her main video. This boss right here, the last one, I've already done this. So if you want to see that battle, her initial showcase already had it, but I want to see her performance against the other ones because the thing is, people were claiming, oh, she was made for the snake. Right? Which isn't wrong necessarily, but it is because she's not just made for that boss. She is just a character that is so good that on the hardest boss in the game, she looks like she was made for it. So we're just gonna be rocking her here with this team. I just tossed in, you know, for Bird, it's like very relaxed, right? So I just tossed in some decent characters. But her up, she has attack crit because why not? There's no reason if you're using her in an easy activity for you to use HP defense, because for one, the more damage she does with her card, the more she will heal, right? And the thing is, she actually has good offensive stats as well. If I pull her up real quick, you can see her offense stat is, okay, yeah, 112 crit chance, 158 crit damage, 100 plus pierce. Like, her offense stats are very good. So there's, again, no reason for you not to run her with attack crit or attack, if you have the gear, right? I'm assuming majority of you didn't really feel that inclined to make attack gear for Elizabeth, because in the history of Elizabeth's, there's never been one that really could use the attack gear, but this one is whatever. You don't really need to have her with attack gear, but HP defense will do just fine. It's just that if you do more damage with her, yes, she will heal more. So I thought it would be an interesting one. So let's ult with her just for the attack buff, although completely unnecessary because we'll do damage caps just fine. But we do get an attack buff from that, which is good for Trailer Melee here for an extra buff. And see, that was damage cap. And Askaner, of course, as well. Because oh, I forgot. It does exactly enough to almost one phase. If you do 3 attacks, one of them being an Askaner single target. Whatever. See, damage capping. The one thing about Snake that is interesting is that they thought that the boss would be so hard that for the most part there's like no damage caps, which is very interesting. While all these bosses, right, they were like, okay, to be fair, Bird was very hard at launch, right? And so was Deer and Dogs, but basically all except maybe one of the phases all have damage cap. She only was able to heal once, so I think her passive, or twice? Yeah. Oh, she has 4 stacks. Okay. Guess I just didn't know this. Oh yeah, the ult counts. True, the ult counts for her stacks as well. So she was able to stack 4 times her passive. If you don't know what her passive does, each time she heals, she increases basic stats by 6% up to 30, so a max of 5 stacks. Very easy to do. As you saw, like, if you just attack with her, even if all the allies have max HP, it still heals them, and it counts for her passive. So, attacking with her, ulting with her, and ulting is so easy, because she cycles ults very easily. Like, one thing people are like, oh man, I wish the green Liz became an LR for the ult rush thing, right? But this Liz, once she uses a card, any card, it can be even the ult itself, she gains an ult gauge. So, if you ult with Red Liz and you use 1 card for her, she gets the ult back on the next turn. Because the ult gives you ult gauge. The extra card, let's save the Askaner. I'm gonna do this. The extra card will give an extra ult gauge on top of the ult gauge it already gives. That's 5. So she can cycle ults like it's nothing. And that's why I say, like, next Demonic Beast, she will be in the day one team. There's no doubt about it. When will there be a new demonic beast? Honestly, I think soon, because they just stopped making relics, right? They haven't made relics much at all recently. Yes, we got the Attack on Titan relics, but that's what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about relics that use materials from beasts. There hasn't been one in forever now, really. And then, what does that mean? Like, are they just not making any more snake relics already to prepare for the next beast? I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. I would not be surprised if that's why. And then we're all stupidly farming snake for no reason. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I would not be surprised. That's all I'm saying. I would not be surprised if we get a demonic beast soon. Because this level of power creep in PvE is pretty harsh. This Elizabeth genuinely is like a very strong character that I can see being the catalyst for, you know, harder content. Okay, even if she has good attack stats, yes, that is very there's an AoE card, right? So it's not gonna hit the hardest. We should be alright here, even with the attack buff. Ooh. That defense lower is not good. That defense lower is not good. Yeah, that attack buff can hit you very hard. But it's okay, we're gonna cleanse. Then we'll heal with Liz, actually. And then move on. Cleanse all debuffs. And give a defense stack. Meli's gonna have a lot of buffs next turn. A lot of buffs. Yeah, look at that. Okay, he lost. He lost a few. Okay, whatever, man. He did lose. See, she already got the ult back. I just used the ultimate because, what I said, I used the ultimate, then I used one card, and that's enough to cycle the ult back for the next turn. So you can, if you keep getting an extra card for her, which right now I did, so I wouldn't be able to continue the cycle, right? You can keep cycling ults and keep on cycling the attack buff. The up to 30% attack buff. She needs to be 6/6 for a 30%. I think 1/6 is 6% or 3%. But you can keep cycling the attack buff, the heal, the ult gauge, right? For your whole team, non-stop. Okay, floor 3. Not like it's any difficult. The one thing with using her with Trigger, so I was thinking, okay, she's gonna be like fantastic with Trigger Melee because Melee gives you up to 40% damage reduction, and then Liz has a buff card that gives you defense related stats. Only problem is that her attack is AoE, which is inherently bad for demonic beasts unless the next one has multiple targets. But I don't think it will. I am pretty sure the next beast will completely counter this character. Like that'll be priority number 1 for them, will be to make it so Liz can't trivialize the next boss. I think so, but regardless of that, I think the AoE card doesn't match well with Trigger Melee because he wants single targets, right? But the buff card, giving defense buff, that's an extra buff. And then, obviously, the ultimate, it's an attack buff even, like attack release that buff, so it makes up for it, right? It definitely makes up for it. Okay. I think this would be a breeze. All 3 of these stages would be a breeze. Because Snake was a breeze. If you didn't watch that video, and you want to look back at it, Snake was a breeze. It was super, super easy with this Liz. Like, the cycling of ults, the constant heals from the attack card and the ultimate, the defense buff, the cleanses. Like, Liz is doing a lot. Obviously, the one thing she lacks is damage. She's not a damage dealer, but not every character has to be. You need to have a balance of damage dealers and support units, and she fills in the support character for like every next demonic beast, which is interesting because the next activity we should be getting actually is the leaked demonic beast boss rush thing, where we're supposed to face every demonic beast in one battle. If you haven't seen that leak, it was leaked a little while ago, and we haven't had any confirmation for it yet. Maybe we'll get it for next festival celebration. I don't know. I mean, Liz is going to be fantastic for that game mode because you're going to be facing all demonic beasts, right? And in that sense, you need characters that are good for every one of those activities. So Liz is going to be cracked for that. Okay, Liz has 5 stacks now. I want to see how my character's looking like stats-wise. Basic stats-wise, because that's what she's buffing, right? Plus Megalda is also buffing. So Melly's at 36,000 attack, 400k HP. She herself is also, pretty decent. Bird doesn't look as crazy as some of the other activities. Because, I mean, Megalda... Megalda's alright, She's not buffing the most, right? Megalda's definitely not buffing the most. She gives you all stats, which is great, and some buffs, which is good for, Trigger Melee. But if you compare her to Tonar, which gives a much bigger attack boost, much faster, you compare her to Yorm, like Jormungandr is a different beast, right? Entirely. So yeah, I didn't use this buff because I was kind of holding off to it. I'm just gonna use it now. What does he have? The revive. Okay. This is 100% defense with a stab buff and immunity for 3 turns. Like, what a crazy blue card. But we should be alright. We don't even need it. Don't kill. Perfect. Yeah. He's gonna patience us. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, never mind. But the Melee only stacked 3 damage reduction stacks. Damn. I guess okay, I only have so many single targets, but even then, I guess I got very lucky on single targets. Get the attack buff. This will kill, and then we'll re-kill with this. Got the attack buff back. Yeah, she's just doing too much. Like, look at that heal. If you notice, like, how many things popped up on top of the character, the heals coming from her are just insane. Let's move on to Deer next. Okay, now time for my most favorite boss of all time. That was sarcasm. I hate Deer. That's my least favorite, my most hated even, boss of all time. It's whatever though. The once in every like other month I have to clear this boss feels bad every time. I'm not gonna lie, it does every single time. To this day, I despise this boss. Terrible mechanics, horrible. Honestly, I like the idea. It's too punishing. Whenever you just can't do the right color, it's just too punishing. That was the biggest issue. It still is, like, even, like, power creep to, like, infinity. The boss is still too punishing. And, that final phase on the last floor is actually insane. Like, whoever decided on that mathematical improbability that phase has of you need to hit 30, like you need to hit within the 30% but not 20. Or he full heals. It's just insane. Okay, nowadays, it's not that big of a deal. With Liz, if we tank up, like we get a defense buff, all the max stats, we should be okay with tanking. No problem. So even if I don't get the correct number on the last phase and he full heals, it's chill. We're still gonna be okay. But still hate this boss. So every time I have to record one of these videos, right? I do the bird, and then I ponder for like an hour, like, I need to record deer. Oh, misclicked. I need to record deer. And I just stall. I just do other stuff. Come back, like, okay, I need to do this. Then, until eventually I do. And then I immediately do dogs, because dogs I don't mind. I like dogs. Like, obviously when dogs first came out, it was horrible. But post-nerf especially, I feel like dogs is a much more fair activity. Post-nerf and obviously, you know, some of the new characters. Dogs became a much more fair activity. Okay. But, you know, after looking back, dogs wasn't so bad. Dogs wasn't so bad. I mean, it is insane, right? Like you can see how much worse Deer was if you take a look at the quality of the characters made for the boss. Like Megalda at launch was a shitty character, right? Everyone can agree with that. Megalda at launch was not a good unit until she got the Holy Relic, and then she became a fantastic unit. But at launch, she was a pretty mediocre character. Still usable for the boss, obviously, but not... If you were... I don't want to say low-tier player, but if you were a lower-end player, I think that's a nicer way of saying that, Megalda wasn't that big of a help for you. It really wasn't. Like, you're still losing, right? But Yorm? Bro... The most insane character ever released to this day is Yorm. Obviously, she can't get that title, technically, because she only works for one activity. But her passive is the... If her passive worked in PvE, like Liz does, right? If her passive was like Liz and said in PvE, instead of just in this one specific demonic beast, it would be the best passive in the game. Till this day. Like, that's how insane the passive is, right? And then Tonar. I mean, Tonar is good. Don't get me wrong, but like, you can't even compare. You can't even compare her to Yorm. Like, it's insane. And then Margaret, which is the character for the new beast, right? I mean, she's good, but she's like specifically to one team. Like, you can't even compare these other characters to Yorm. Yorm is just in a different level. That's how the OP they had to make her to be competitive against this one boss. It's insane, right? So you can understand when I tell you that this boss was poorly designed. Insanity. Again, cool concept, I still think. With the collar wheel, just not great execution. Liz doing full damage cap. Like I said, like... Actually, I could have gone... I still have attack rate on her, right? But I could have gone with HP defense, because... I forgot. This is the phase that you have to freeze yourself. Oh, I haven't done this boss in so long. I completely forgot. Are you kidding me? I ain't gonna freeze myself. I'm just not gonna do the blue card again. If I do, no green, no extra green. Okay, it's fine. I'll do a blue, red, green, blue again. The next turn I'll do another rotation and it's chill. Unless I don't get a green card, at that point I have to freeze myself. That's why I'm saying, like, this boss is so terribly designed. If I don't get a Yorm card here, I'm gonna have to, like, purposely freeze myself. Nice. Okay. Well, as I was saying, I don't know what I was talking about. Maybe I should talk more about Liz. Maybe. I mean, I think I've already talked enough about what she can do. What she can do is already out there, right? Like, I just think... I've mentioned before that not every single character, Festival, LR, needs to be a PvP unit. And so when we see a character like like Liz here, that is like a stupid good PvE character, I'm totally okay with it. And people misinterpreted when I said when I wasn't hyped for her. It's not because she's a PvE unit. I don't mind, because I'm gonna get good mileage out of her. Yes, it's not good for videos. It's terrible for videos, because I'm gonna get like maybe 2 or 3 videos out of her. That's horrible. Actually, no, I'm 4 or 5. But in terms of usability, she's fantastic, right? It's just, it wasn't what I expected. I kind of was really hoping for a Festival King, or sorry, LR King. I think it would have been pretty cool. The blue skinny king, the OG, becoming an LR. I was pretty excited for that concept. And I just felt like this Liz is just a strange choice. If they were going to make a Liz LR, I think green Liz makes more sense. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I think green Liz makes more sense. For one, because she was the first banner in the game. So there's like history there. She was the first banner, and it was one of the only 2 times Grand Cross ever got top grossing, right? By the way, the reason why Grand Cross doesn't get more top grossing, there's a few. For one, I mean, the game is not as popular, right? The game is still somewhat popular, but it's not as popular. But Grand Cross is very cheap. Like, games that constantly get top grossing are the very expensive ones. If you it's incomparable. Incomparable. A lot of players, and I use this example every time because it's just insane to me. There are players of Dokkan Battle, I know it's some of you's favorite game, that spend thousands of dollars to get one of the new character. One. And then continue pulling for dupes, right? My friend Diddy. I might have twisted the number a few times when saying this, because I don't remember exactly the figure, because it's just so stupid. I think he spent like 4.8k dollars, not stones, dollars, to get 1 Piccolo and 1 Gohan or something? Or 2 Piccolos and 1 Gohan? I don't know. Absurd. Like, that's unthinkable as a Grand Cross player to spend that much money. Because, do you want to know how much I spend for a festival banner? It can vary. It can vary a lot, depending on how shafted I get. Let's say last festival banner. Last festival banner was DK. And... did I get shafted? I don't think I did. But if I get really shafted, right? If I get really shafted, I might spend like $500 to $600. That's if I get really shafted. And if I don't, I might spend like $100. So it's like, it's incomparable. Plus cosmetics. So that's another like, a cosmetic pack with gems is like $16 with conversion. So it's incomparable. The amount of money spent that you need to spend on other games compared to Grand Cross is like, it's insane. So that's one of the reasons why Grand Cross doesn't get top grossing. But, you know, obviously other games are also a little more popular. And it's pretty impressive that Grand Cross got top grossing in Anniversary, honestly. With that, you know, in mind. And then, like, last Attack on Titan banner, do you want to guess how much I spent? I think I spent like $80. And I 6-6'd 3 characters. 3 characters! Incomparable. Like, Dokkan YouTubers would kill me if they knew this. Alright? I mean, they know this. They know because I told them. They know because I told them, right? So yeah. And I'm thankful for it, man. I lucked out. I lucked out that the game I play is not a insanely expensive one. It could have been. I could be a Honkai YouTuber. Although Honkai is not, bro. Dokkan is just crazy. Let's go red first here. Red. I don't have Yorm. Oh my god, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Whatever. This floor isn't as penalizing as the last floor when it comes to missing the color, so I'm just going to do this, and then at the end I'll cleanse. Whatever. I could have. I could have. It's okay because I'm just gonna cleanse the. Oh no, this is not a cleansable corrosion. Oh my god. It's whatever. I could have got 2 hits in instead of just 1 with the damage increase, but it's fine. I wasn't gonna one phase anyways. Maybe I was actually. Yeah, I could have gone blue red instead of just going straight up red. It's okay. Still no Yorm card though. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Love that. I'll finish up with this right here. Use up that blue card because honestly, that blue card is not really doing me much. Oh, I thought I was gonna kill with these cards. If I knew I wasn't, I would have ulted. I'm not restarting the game. I'm not restarting the game. So. Just hoping he doesn't kill me with this ultimate here. I am most certainly not restarting the game. Oh yeah, you need to do the... I need to do the wheel, but I have no Yorm cards! Jesus Christ, we finally got a Yorm card. It's insane, bro. Insane! Love this boss. Love this boss. I need to do damage of red. Yep. I forgot. I would still need another. Bro, I need 2 Yorm cards. I need 2 Yorm cards. 2 Yorm cards. The wheel again. This is the longest DR I've done in a long time, but that's mainly because I have to use... See, Liz is not good for this because of what I said. If I had, you know, like the one ultimate, for example, here, it would be much faster. Let's just finish this. Let's just finally finish this, get over with. Oh, I should not have used that Yorm card. Now I'm gonna be... Oh my god. If I don't pull one now, I'm gonna be actually locked out. And if I do, I'm just gonna skip 2 dogs. If I get locked out the next phase because I don't have a Yorm card, I'm just gonna skip 2 dogs. Okay. Okay. You need 2 Yorm cards. So, the ult that I was gonna already get, fine. But you need an extra one. Because you, because of how the damage cap works, like the... You need to hit twice with each of the characters. This should kill. If you don't have 2 of each color, it's Jover. It is Jover. So let's go in. Multiverse first. Green, blue, red, green. Okay. No, we need to do the math equation. So, boom, boom. Okay. We should be okay. We should be okay. So, what we're gonna do here, so, theoretically, if I hit 3 damage caps, I'm good. So I'm gonna ult, I'm gonna get the attack buff, right? And then I'm gonna do this, this, and this. The ult is not going to have any cards, so it's not going to hit as much as possible, but I hope it still kills. Dogs. Alright, so I'm kind of hoping here that the attack buff from Tonar stacks with the attack buff from Liz, similar to how the attack buff from Margaret stacks with the attack buff from Liz, because they're from different sources. So usually attack related stat buffs don't stack. If you have like a stance attack related stat buff and a card attack related stat buff, they wouldn't stack. That happens with Naofumi. If you have, a lot of people will ask me to use Liz with Naofumi because of her defense buff, but if you use a defense related stat buff card and then you use Naofumi's stance, he removes the buff, right? The higher number prevails. So you can't really do that. I should have buffed before the attack fix, whatever. You can't really do that. But for some reason, I guess because of how Margaret's attack buff works, it does stack with Liz's. So I'm hoping that is the same case for Tonar here. We'll find out. Let's see. So we ult here. And then I'll just dump these single targets here. Should kill. No, damage cap. Oh my god. I can't see. I couldn't see, so I have to wait. It did not. Unfortunate. Okay. It does not stack. Like I said, like Margaret's one is an anomaly. People are like, oh, it's because it comes from different sources. Well, clearly not. Because these two come from different sources, right? The Tonar attack buff and the Liz attack buff are both from different sources as well. So it's clearly not that's causing it. In terms of like Margaret's, it's probably because Margaret's one is like bugged. Because of the way it's a completely different way of applying. Like it only applies if certain thing happen, right? If she removes a buff. So, alright, I'm not gonna lie, I have pretty good expectations for Liz here, because for one, both her and Tonar are gonna be giving ult gauge, and the extra buff on Triller Mal is gonna be nice, and she has the heal card and cleanse. So if I get caught with my pants off and my Triller Mal gets frozen, right? I can cleanse him. Although if he gets frozen, I lose my buff. So not ideal situation either way. But I can cleanse. So there's that. Yeah, dogs are such a breeze. I should say that I detest doing dogs these days, because I've done it so much, farming for the cards, which by the way, I'm still missing one. I gave up. Like I was like, okay, screw this. I'm just not getting the card, I guess. I farmed it when it was double rates. Not as much because I wasn't home. So I only got to farm like the last day or something. And, I farmed like non-stop. And I just couldn't get the freaking card. And so I just gave up. It's like, well, if the card doesn't want to be mine, the card won't be mine. Whatever, man. Whatever. Let's do some of this. Some of this. Some single targets here from Melly. Although, should kill. I think Liz is gonna do okay damage here. Boom. What? Level 2? Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Even with the stance, it will kill, no problem. Oh, we got a stance removal too, so. She's taking the hits. Usually, I have Tarmalink on Tonar because she is the one that takes the hits. I wonder why Liz. I thought it would be a no-brainer that Liz would have more HP than Tonar. Stance is here because she's an LR. I guess I was wrong. All right, this should be max stats for Liz because did we ult? Oh no, we didn't ult yet. Okay. We didn't ult yet, but that's that's a good heal. Should be fair, you know. When an activity is not very hard, having a support like Liz feels a little redundant. Like we really don't need her. Should be doing all this, but doesn't stop it from being nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna ult with Liz actually, so that Freya gets some ult gauge back. Yeah, then we get the attack buff too. We get the attack buff too. What am I saying? We can't stack the attack buffs. We can't stack them. Yeah, Margaret's attack buff stacking is a mystery. We go for the left dog first. Oh, no, we go for the right dog first, because we have Freyr, so he can't really what's it called? Ignite anyways, so it's chill. Okay, I thought that was gonna do a little more damage. I should have double attacked with Freyr. I genuinely thought that was gonna do more damage, so if I had double attacked with Freyr, he would have died. Well, that's my fault. That is my fault, in fact. It's cool though. How much did he heal? A bit, yeah. I thought maybe I can kill with Liz then, but no. No. We'll ult with Liz just cuz. And then... melee AoE should kill, but if it doesn't, then we'll do this. Cool. Yeah, not ideal because actually this extra hit. So I'm probably gonna not kill here. Yeah, and then he's gonna have a revive. No, it's fine. Yeah, like I'll be honest. I do like all 3 floors of dogs in like 7-8 minutes, right? When I speedrun it for the farm, I did it that fast, or sometimes faster. Because, oh, I can just ult. Humans with the one ultimate doing a double hit and freaking Roxy is just so unbelievably fast for dogs that using anything else is really redundant. Like there's no reason. If you use like Liz, right, because she is an amazing support, it's completely unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. You can just... This is a stage that has been power crapped to the point where you can just use hard-hitting characters and beat it fast. You don't need a character that is going to be protecting like Liz. And that just so means that, like, Liz really is best for Snake. But not because she's made for the Snake. It's because it's just the only boss that requires you to be this tanky. It requires you to have the defense related stat buff, or cycle ults that much, or because these other bosses, right, you don't need ults. You just use cards, and you're killing them. Not Snake though. Snake is a different thing. Can we get him down with this right here? Then we can get the Freyr ultimate next turn. Might not kill actually. Damage cap? Still not gonna kill. Oh, so close. So close. Yeah, I easily true turn with humans. Or not humans, because I still use Freyr, but with Roxy. Move this stance. I'm gonna do one of these, get the stat buff from Liz. From the heal. Yep. So because Liz is the LR and not King, there is a good chance that the next festival is going to be King. You know, it's not set in stone. So, you know, could be, could not be. But I think there's a good chance. Kind of the ult of Liz. Because or else that new Elaine is just a weird release. Like, it's just such an odd release. This Elaine that came out alongside Liz is just... like, she is a fairy support for what fairy, right? So there needs to be a new fairy. If there isn't a new fairy, she's just a waste of a release. It's just so odd, right? So... no, that's the worst. Yeah, come with my pants though. It's whatever though. Can he still get ult gauge? If I ult here? I don't think he can, but I'm gonna try. I don't think he can because I think for Liz to give the ult gauge, that unit needs to heal. Oh, never mind. Maybe they changed how it works. But I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. Maybe it doesn't work like that anymore. That unit needs to heal from the ult. And then they get the ultimate gauge. And frozen characters don't get healed. Like, I guess either that's not how it works anymore, or I'm crazy. Either way. It's one of the two. Either it doesn't work like that anymore, or I'm just insane. And I thought that's how it works. Let's kill here. So, to be honest, like, Liz didn't do much this video. I'll be real, like... it's, she needs to be in a very hard activity. If she's not in a, like, a very, very hard activity, she's not going to shine. The way she's going to shine is by making sure your team doesn't die. And when you don't have the threat of failing, really, then Liz is just, she's just there, right? So, whenever a new demonic beast comes out, I hate this passive, bro. Look at how little damage I'm doing. Whenever a new demonic beast comes out, she's gonna be crazy for her. Unless they make it in a way that completely, and I mean completely, let me remove the buff first, cucks her. Like, I don't know how they would do that. How they would get around all the things she does, but they've done it before. So I wouldn't be surprised. They got around Trader Melly. So, and Trader Melly seemed impossible. Like, should be, you know, power craft. No, bro, are you kidding? That's the wrong card! Oh my god. I've got this card like 7 times. I've got this white dog card like 7 times. I hate this game.